What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Y'all watch Sistas? Did you watch it or did you watch it? Yeah, if you didn't watch it, we may give some things away. So make sure that you don't, like if you're on the West Coast and you haven't seen it yet, I wouldn't suggest you watch this. Thanks, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How y'all doing? The Walker. Bananas. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Still watching. It's a great episode tonight. Hey, 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 hey. What's up? Wait a little minute for Novi to get in here. The Walker, huh? 2 episodes a week. You want to see 2 hours of Sistas a week? Thank y'all so much. Novi. Let's get Novi in this thing.
Oh, hi, fam. What's up, King King?
Run up. I love your hair.
Thank you. How are you? Look at your background.
What background? What back?
It's a moment. I feel like privileged.
You're crazy. Look at your front ground.
You know, it's a little chalk paint. It
I
makes
love
it look
it.
nice and like matte, you know.
Mm-hmm. You already know the vibes. Well, let me just make sure I get mine.
Did you have fun on your takeover today?
Yeah, it was so fun. You have so many funny questions. It was fun though. It's so fun. It's so fun, and also it's just so great to see how people have taken to the show so much. It's like overwhelming a little bit for me.
Yeah.
It's like unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really great. I can't even believe it. I'm just grateful to see it on the screen because we really made it happen. We did it.
I know. Seeing it today was so good. You were so funny when you said you said go tell the other one no, one more down.
Like go over there. I felt like you would have threw the walker at him or something because
that thing
guys,
was
like,
crazy.
When I'm working with Ryan, you don't know what he's gonna say, you don't know what he's gonna do. So like the thing is, the crew has broken before, Tyler has broken before. Like you have to hold it together. So me, when we rehearse, I try to just get all my laughs out and I just try to get as much out because I know I don't want to miss his moment, his comedic moment. I have to hold it together. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't miss his genius that's about to come out.
Oh Lord, that's so kind. It is crazy. You just need all the working parts to be able to have it going. Like you need the straight man, which you are so good at doing. I was watching it today and I was like, that Novi is just, it is just so good. The bank scenes are always the best scenes.
They're the best, and they're so. And then when you tweeted, you were like, "Oh yeah, a show with these three." I'm like, say less. Like there could be a whole thing in the bank, a whole thing in the bank.
So crazy, so crazy. So I'm Brian Jordan Jr. This is Novi Brown, and we are from Tyler Perry's Sistas. I play Maurice, and she plays Sabrina. Together, we are Marina, and and we're here spilling the tea, is what they're calling it. So I'm so excited to be here with Novi today because we work as best friends on the show, and we're going to talk about some friendship stuff today. So the first question I want to bring up is how can friends stay loyal to each other in compromising situations? And this is like in reference to Sabrina and how she was loyal to Maurice whenever your girl was trying to get somebody else in there, or it seemed like she was trying to get somebody in this. India was trying to get somebody else in there. which I thought was so funny because you just saved your own self from being fired, and now it's like back to back. She's trying to get rid of everybody. India.
But India helped out. She ended up helping out. I feel
Helping
like
you out.
that's true. I just feel I think that's a really interesting question, and something that honestly it takes a lifelong friendships to even figure something like that out, because being a real friend is being true to yourself and making sure that you're good, because you don't want to ever come to your friend and not be good within yourself, and that's inauthentic, you know, and you never want to have that in your friendship. So, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you have the person that you love in mind, and you know what they want to do and their goals and where they're going. So it's honestly a sticky situation. What would you do?
I think that I'm a strong believer in if you are not good, then you can't help anybody else.
Yeah.
And so I do think that it was a little risky. Like Sabrina be doing some risky stuff, but I think that it's a little risky to like immediately go and fight for someone else's job when you just secured yours.
Yeah.
But also I think that if this was my friend and I knew that he was like not really hurt, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
man, get up here and get your job. They trying to give your job away. So I would have done the same thing. I think that she did the right thing.
No, you try.
So, and then the next part of this question is like, can loyalty be rebuilt if it's broken for you?
Man, I think it depends. I think it depends on your trust level and like where each person is. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes when we go in some relationships hurt us more than other relationships. So, and then it takes us like a little bit of time to recover. I really feel like from certain things and really regaining trust, not even in other people. It's more trust with yourself. Like,
Hell yeah.
can I trust myself to trust this person? And that's the thing that you're really, you know, trying to go through. So again, that's a tough question, but I always try to enter every relationship with an open mind, because
Yeah.
you don't, people are not perfect and they're not meant to be. But
Yeah.
what I expect is authenticity and transparency. Those are the things that I do expect.
Hell
Because
yeah.
there's no point to lie to one another.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth. Also, like when you said it's about yourself, that's so important, because I would also say, ask myself about trust and loyalty, like rebuilding loyalty. Do I trust myself with this person? Like my feelings with this person, my heart with this person, to do whatever they're going to do to hurt it again or to not, you know what I mean? It's so important to protect. Self is so important in friendships, in relationships. Self is so important, because if you both take care of self, then everything in the middle will be okay.
Exactly.
That's just it. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's also Scorpio season. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so this says, what actions or red flags do you look for in a friend or partner that showcases how loyal they are or not?
Ooh. A big one for me is eye contact. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like eye contact, I know a lot of people don't practice it anymore, but you have to be able to look in somebody's eyes so you can tell them how you feel about stuff. And I don't know. I think it takes courage to look in somebody's eyes. So I think I look for courage. Like, do you have the courage to be honest and to be loyal? Like, do you have that ability within yourself? So that, and then definitely the topics of conversation. Like if I'm around people who are always complaining, I don't want to be around those people. Like I need to be around problem solvers. I need to be around people who can have a greater vision and have foresight, because that's just going to slow me down. That energy is going to slow me down in what I got to do, because you're just focusing on what's wrong instead of focusing on what's right and how we can continue, you know? So those are for me. What about you?
I think that, I actually feel like eye contact is an important thing, but just body language, period. For me, I can just tell when people are on some bull. Like I can always tell, just this discernment, the energy. And also, you know, I'm the kind of person, you know, I'm so glad that we're here as ourselves, because I think that in season 2, I wanted to make sure that Maurice is an entity, but Brian is also one. And so in speaking about who I am as a person, and you know this, I am somebody who sometimes people don't receive warmly because I am an honest person. I think that sometimes I may say too much at times, but I like that with people. Like I
But
like
I
when
like
people,
that. Yeah, I
I
receive
like when
it.
people just say,
Yeah.
if you just say like you know, like,
I don't have to waste time figuring it out.
one thing about me is you ain't got to figure it out.
Right, me either. I'm like, this is who I am. That's it. And
That's
if you
it.
want to know something, ask me. That's it.
That's it. And if you don't want to know something, do not ask me.
Don't ask.
That's it. So you know, I just think that loyalty, just honesty, is the thing.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
This says, how do you become a more loyal individual?
You gotta start with yourself first. That's the only way. And honestly, my partner always says, just say it out loud to see how it
Mm-hmm.
feels. And I really do, like, I understand that because a lot of times we're in here and we don't actually say the thing out loud. And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we have to hear how, you know, we sound. What are we feeling insecure? Are we overthinking? Are we
Yeah.
right in the pocket? You know, are we having a brilliant idea? Whatever the case may be, you really gotta speak. Like you gotta say it out loud. So I say every emotion is valid. You know what I'm saying? Especially for us. Like we know that. We know the that's a commodity for us, you know, like how good are you with this emotion? So I just feel like people really need to like dive in and understand all of those bits and parts of themselves. You know, that's what I love about our show. There's just so
Yeah.
many different layers, you
So
know.
many different levels. That's good. I agree with you. I think that becoming more loyal is also just understanding yourself enough to know what friends to keep around and not to keep around. If you don't feel
Yeah,
like you're loyal to somebody, then you don't need to be their friend.
and that's okay.
Yep.
Okay, there's like so many people out here. Like,
So
okay.
many people out here. And when the loyalty is something that people who I'm loyal to, it's not a chore. It's
That
not,
part.
you know what I mean? It's innate.
It's
So
super, oh my God, I say that all the time. Effortless connection. Like you don't have to force anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just like either people understand you or they don't. Like people are either committed to getting you or they're committed to misunderstanding you.
that's right.
It's one or the other. There's no middle ground. And that's where the communication comes from. But again, you have to start with yourself. So you have to say how you really feel. Like,
Yes,
hey,
indeed.
I'm uncomfortable, or hey, that inspires me, or hey, this, or whatever the case may be, or I'm confused about the situation. Can you clarify it for me? You know, a lot of times what we're doing is just reacting and using our defense mechanisms. You know, we're not really engaging and,
Yeah.
and exchanging information in the way that we're intended to.
Hmm.
So it takes a lot of self-awareness, but you know, I just feel like friendship shouldn't be hard at all. Like,
At all.
you know, and my real friends are not going to want me to be disloyal to myself and my energy and what I need. You know what I'm saying? If
Because
I,
they're loyal to your energy and what you need. Yeah. And I think that it just goes against the entire machine. I feel like, you know, chore, like, and I hate to harp on this, but there's so many things that people do that they don't want to do.
yeah,
And they
every day,
do
all
because they
day.
feel like they're supposed to do, or they feel, and I'm not in a place where I want to do that. I find myself doing it too. And I like check myself, you know what I mean? Like
Like, no, pull back.
exactly. It's just because it spirals into unhappiness, and that's something that I do not want to be a
Oh
part of. So,
yeah, no. Mm-mm.
and if it's in friendliness is happy,
Yep.
because if it ain't, then you ain't my friend, which is fine with me, you know.
Right. And it's not a big deal.
They said that we vote. Yes, I voted.
Good job,
Um,
guys.
um, how does how does Maurice and Sabrina keep the relationship honest and real? Easy question.
Very easy.
They check the F out of each other all the time. They've dealt with so many different things in such a short period of time. They worked through so many different things. I mean, they've been in the hospital. They dealt with some cheating,
Yeah.
thinking somebody cheated. another woman, the gay rumors, I mean, all the stuff. There's still more stuff to come. I just almost said something that I wasn't supposed to say, but there's so many things to come, and Maurice and Sabrina are like a vivid illustration to me of just people trying to figure out how to be friends. Like they really are. Like they're going through things and
they
they
have no
get mad at each other.
expectations too. They have no expectations of each other, and those are the best friendships. The ones
Mm-hmm.
that, like you said, is just effortless connection with them. They just see that they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
They want love. You know, they need somebody they could be honest with, and there's nothing that they want from each other. There's nothing but the truth. So
yeah, that's so important.
Their relationship was built on the truth. So that's why I really think that they work well together. They have an honesty there that Sabrina doesn't need. I think Sabrina is able to confide more in Maurice, you know, and then even in the girls at some point, because the girls have a different expectations of Sabrina than Maurice does. And so that's why I think, you know.
That's deep. That's actually really deep, because I think that for so many reasons, like, of course, the reasons of the girls being friends with Sabrina for so long, but also in addition, Maurice is not a girl.
Yeah.
You know, and then he also has like this.
Ooh, somebody.
So sorry. My grandmother.
Hey, Grandma.
It's my grandmother. She like watches the show and calls me. She's great, but it's the notion of Maurice being so he's just on a wide spectrum.
Yeah.
Like he gets so many different things, but he also has another opinion to give that Sabrina doesn't have, and I think that those girls will judge her based on things that has happened from when she was, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Maurice is just like, I see this girl at work every day, and whatever. Hey, Brian, it's grandmother, and it's just like it's crazy because that is so deep. Novi, that's crazy that you say that.
No, it's the truth, but that's how it is, because at least that's what it is also in my personal life. I personally have a lot more male friends. I have a lot of women friends too, but I have more male friends that I have different relationships with, because the conversations are received differently. I don't know. I feel like there's almost more of an openness when it comes to that dynamic of, the masculine and the feminine, when they're in a relationship that has no sexual chemistry, no, oh, I need this from you, no,
it's beautiful.
no opportunities whatsoever. It's just like, no, I like your personality.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hang out. And then when you're friends with women, there's this subconscious thing, there's wanting to make sure that you find your partner, and then perhaps there's children in your subconscious, and then there's like a lot of other things. So you have that commonality, but with this man is completely different. And I can say things to this guy who wants nothing from me, but still thinks like a man. And so I can still pick his brain, because at the end of the day, Maurice is a man. So it doesn't, and that's the point. That's the point of this whole idea with even what sexuality is, which I love that we keep pressing on that button in the show. Like, what do you mean? Well, what does that mean? What is it for you? How do you feel about it? Because like you said, it's a colorful array. Love will not be confined. And that's what I think Maurice is pushing Sabrina really to understand. You can't put this shit in a box, honey. They tried to put me in a box a long time ago. It didn't work. I bust out. You know what I'm saying? And this is your version of busting out. And sometimes, especially when it comes to love, and in Andy's situation, she's confining herself. She knows way better than to fuck with Gary. Like, she knows way better than to fuck with Gary. Period.
Yo, okay. Somebody asked today, why does Andy continue?
Why does she keep?
And I just.
But some of y'all still fucking with your dog. Don't even get us started. Some of y'all sitting next to y'all man right now.
Some of y'all, let me just tell you this though. Everybody has been in that situation before.
Everyone.
In those, toxic, circles of cycles of, come on, we have all been there. But what I will say is, love is blind.
Love is very
and it will
blind.
take over your mind.
Yes. Y'all funny in the comments.
It's the ding-a-ling. Yo.
Listen, Gary needs to
Listen.
be slapped to sleep.
Let me just tell y'all this though. On a serious note, if you're in a situation and you're unhappy and you know you're worth more, treat yourself better.
Come on now.
Treat yourself better. Treat yourself better. We've been there before. I'm telling you from experience. Treat yourself better. If you are in something that you know, come on, don't be Andy, huh? Hashtag don't be Andy.
Come on now. You deserve
Even
better.
though we don't really,
more.
What I will say about Andy and Gary is that situation is nuts. Like we don't know if the wife lying, if the wife alive. We don't know. I mean, we don't know what's going on with the people. And where's Maurice? Anyway, it's crazy. So get your ass out of a crazy situation.
No, you really do. But, at the same time, understand that you have to know the other side. So you know what, you got to know what Abraham Hicks said that you got to know what you don't want so you know what you do want. So, but once you know what you don't want, it's very damn clear. Okay. And yet you don't want no Jasmine. You don't want no Jasmine issues in your life. Sis, walk away, sis, bro. Walk away.
Walk away.
It's okay.
Walk away. Even if you're in Gary's situation, he walk away.
Walk away. It's okay. You will be loved. You will be loved. But you got to start with yourself first.
That's right. Let me ask you this, Novi. How you feel about that walker today?
Yo! First of all, when I was watching the scene, I was like, where did Maurice even put that? Like, where did he get the walker from? There's no other kind of bandages around. There's no other... Did he have this walker just sitting in his house? Like, did he pick up a guy from a hospital a while ago? Like,
it's just, but where's the walker? The bruises are like on his face and his hands. Like he was hurt like that.
First of all, I loved how you just walked in, and for all the people who are, am I still on? Is it frozen, y'all?
You are frozen a bit.
Am I frozen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
but I can hear you. You back.
For all the people who are actors and stuff like that, didn't you guys love the body movement and just the work with the walker, right? Just the whole scene. And I really feel like I remember Tyler was like, okay, just take your time. He was like, slow down. On the walker, you were like, remember you had
done so stupid. It's so stupid. It was so, I watched that stuff and guys, we shoot really fast, and so I forget a lot of things. And so when I watch Maurice is so removed from who I am. I'm like cracking up, like it's not even me. Honestly, when I'm watching, I'm like, this is crazy. Like I'm like, this guy is crazy. This me. The physical comedy was on. I was dying laughing.
I would love to see a Maurice something more. Maurice spinoff. Maurice like in college, Maurice backstory.
I welcome it all, Maurice.
Like
more money.
I need to know more. Like I want to see it all, and I love the apartment, by the way. The apartment fired up. I was like,
the apartment is hilarious, and you'll get to see more of the apartment because I think they've only seen the living room so far. But you'll get to see all of the apartment. It's some crazy stuff, Novi. They don't even know that's gonna happen in that apartment. They don't.
And it's so hard to even like, because you say anything. And
I know you can't say anything, but there's some good physical stuff that everybody does in that apartment.
Yeah. Yes. Good way to put it.
The last question is, before we say too much, so Sabrina and Maurice have both been in crises, in situations where they felt like they, have lost everything and they were really, really hurt. How do you support a friend in a crisis?
Ooh, man. Presence, like, but really being present, and being malleable in the present. So if the person needs to cry, to listen, or to rage out and blast some music, or drink some wine, or just watch a stupid movie on the TV, whatever it is, that just being there. I think we really underrate just physical presence, and me just, you know, knocking on your door and maybe bringing your favorite meal and maybe not saying much, but hey, I'm just sleeping on the couch, you know, and I'm here when you wake up type of thing. Just those little things I think really help in friendship.
Yep, I agree. What I was going to say is because so many people, you know, I'm a very different person. And so when I'm dealing with like a crisis or with trauma or like loss of family or things like that, I probably want people to not really try and do too much. I want people to be as normal as possible. You know what I mean? Like, I think that helps me. The normalcy helps me. Things kind of going on as regular helps me. Some people need to be held. Some people need, I think that what's important about knowing your friend is to know what they'll need.
Yes.
That's so important. And you never know those things until it happens.
Yes.
But, you know, just really, you said being malleable, which is the best thing. You have to be able to step outside of your feelings because you're connected to your friend. And so any kind of trauma they go to, you're going to feel it.
Yeah. And allow them to feel it too, because the thing is, we want to rush people out of pain because we don't want to see them hurting, you know, which is completely valid. But then I think you cause person more pain when you don't acknowledge their pain.
Because it's selfish.
It's selfish, yeah. And they're coming out of a situation where their pain was not acknowledged in the first place. So don't continue kind of doing that cycle, and just let them be. Like, for me, if I'm your friend, I'm a person who is like a talker, but when I'm upset or something, I just need to be like, ah, and I just need to scream, you know, and I don't want you to ask me questions. I don't want you to do nothing. I just want you to be like, and even if I'm just like, why? Even though I know the answer. I always know the answer. I know what's going on. I believe in God. I know there's a bigger plan, all that. That's not the point. And most of us know that there's a bigger plan. But we still have to pass through the emotion. That's the point. We still have to use that juice, you know.
That juice.
It's juice.
It's juice. Yeah, you gotta let people go through, and you have to be there in whatever way they need. Trinity's in the house. What's up, Trin?
Trin!
They love doing some cowboy.
Come on now, Rhodey.
People asking questions about, like, okay, guys, we're not going to answer any questions. You have to continue to watch.
None of them.
You got to continue to watch. You got to watch it live. That's what the lady says on the commercial. You got to watch it live. Yeah. So, y'all, this was great. This is
such a great conversation.
Downtown Novi Brown.
Hey, that's me, and I'm just so grateful you guys are watching every week and supporting us and uplifting us. Thank you, guys.
Yes, indeed. I mean, number one, what is this, the 5th week in a row?
Let's go.
That's crazy. And also just, I think that this is getting better and better. I'm loving this season even more than last season. And I mean, it's just, and the girls just look so beautiful. I tweeted today about how gorgeous, I mean, Jesus.
They be filming us.
People loved your outfit today too.
To the editing, shouts out because the lighting. Y'all already know the people in the back are posting. Pre-production is crazy because the coloring too. I don't know what they did this season, but I'm loving the coloring.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. The lighting and the blackness of it all. They lighting that chocolate, ain't they?
That's right.
So guys, follow Novi. What's your tag?
I am Novi Brown. See me over there on that page.
On that one. And also, I am, mine is Brian Jordan Jr. Follow us. Watch Sistas on BET and BET Central every Wednesday, guys. Thank you so much. Much love to y'all. Sistas on BET. Have a good one.